we can start. Okay. I think everything is okay right now. Let me close that window and then we can start. Okay. So, guys, we are live on YouTube. So, I always like to start our immersions, invite everyone to introduce yourself, because we are live on YouTube right now, and maybe there is someone watching us, I don't know, right now or maybe in the future, and it will be good if they could know everyone. All right. So I will start and then I will choose someone to continue. Okay. So my name is Carlos. I'm 34 years old. Um, I work as a software engineer to a company located on USA, and I'm married. I had two daughters, and I live in the south of Brazil. And today was doing, I don't remember exactly, 1, 2 degrees, so it's really cold those days. And yeah, I'm here in Talk and Talk 2 years, and Talk and Talk helped me a lot to gain confidence when I'm speaking another language. In my case, it's English, but here in Talk and Talk, we have a lot of opportunities to learn different languages like Spanish, Italian, French, uh, Mandarin. I don't know, say Mandarin in English, and other language you can train here in Talk and Talk. So that's me, and let's go start with you, Anderson. Can you talk a little bit about you, please? Pode falar, se apresentar, Anderson?
Okay, good morning, us. My name is Anderson, uh, and I am 46 years old. I was born in Porto Alegre, but I currently live in the of Ponta Grossa in Paraná. I've been I have been married for 16 years to Rafaela. We have 2 children and 2 dogs. I am a business administration of a chemical plant in the area of asphalt pavement. I have been working here since 2006, and I really enjoy my work. I like to run outdoor. I learn English every day in the morning, 7 o'clock. Exercise, my activity exercise sometimes. I like to wake up early. I love to play with my children, enjoy my family and my wife. I love the beach, and I really like sun and sunny days. Understand? Yeah, I just eat. And you, next question.
I think that can be you, Oswald. Can you talk a little bit about you?
Okay, okay. Well, it's a pleasure to be here, guys. I live in São Paulo State. Here it is 8 degrees, it's cold too. I'm a father of two amazing boys, amazing sons. One of them is a teenager, is 13 years old, and the younger one is 10 years old. I live with my fiance and stepson. So, uh, in the in the real situation, I have three children. Three boys. Uh, my sons don't live with me because it's about my first marriage. Yeah, in my leisure time, I like to play video games. I like to watch videos. Actually, I'm trying. I'm searching technical conference to practicing my listening and to get more network for myself. Uh, Let me see. I'm a software developer. I think all of you know that. I will complete 4 years of this experience next December. Uh, I think somewhere that's it. And can you introduce yourself for us, Rochelle, please?
Yes, good morning to everyone. I'm Rogério. I'm 49 years old. I'm from São Paulo, but I live in Rio de Janeiro with my wife, my stepdaughter, my little dog, my two dogs. Yeah, two dogs. I'm an accountant. I'm a Christian. I've been studying English since in 2018, but on this platform I've been studying since May. In my free time, I like to play my guitar, read books, listen music, watch movies, and I think that's it.
All right. Thank you, Jose. I think now I'm recognizing your voice,
Yes,
and so thank you for joining us today. Actually, I want to say something to you, Anderson. We had an expression. You say you like to wake up early, and in English, we have that expression, early bird. I'm an early bird guy. Eu sou madrugador, eu gosto de acordar cedo. Então,
I like,
Early bird é tipo passarinho, seria uma tradução literal, tipo passarinho que acorda cedo, né?
I
O
like,
passarinho da manhã. Então, we are studying English 7 a.m., 7 o'clock. So
uh,
we are, all of us are early birds, because it's doing too much cold, we could be on
very
our
good.
bed, on a warm place, and we choose to be here practicing English. So all of you guys are amazing. Okay. So let's start with our questions. Yeah. Uh, Rogério, can you read the question number 2? Start sharing with us, please.
yes. Number two, can you share your background? Were you raised by your parents? So I was born in São Paulo. I was raised with my parents. Um, since since I completed 15 years old, I've
Guys,
been living
okay.
father-in-law. In the yes. Uh,
No,
so
I
s-
think it was a little problem with your connection, but now it's everything okay. Please go ahead.
okay, I'm so sorry. I was going to another city. I'm traveling, so it could be bad connection, I think.
Okay, no
S-
problem. Go ahead.
Okay, so since I completed my 15 years old, I've been living with my ex father-in-law in the church. So I think I've been more raised with my ex father-in-laws than my father. Because my
Ex,
father,
sorry, Roger, ex-father-in-law é tipo padrasto?
sogro, am I right?
Ah,
Sogro?
so
So,
a
Yeah,
father-in-law.
I,
Ex-father-in-law.
yes,
Now I
yes.
understand. Porque
I am.
agora é seu ex-sogro, digamos assim.
Yes, I'm the second marriage. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. No, no problem. I don't know everything, so if I'm had some doubt, I will ask you. Eu não sei de tudo, então se eu tive dúvida, eu acho melhor perguntar.
Eu acho que essa palavra aqui é a que mais encaixa, né? Ex-father-in-law, né? I don't know if that's
Yeah,
correct.
no,
ex-father.
that's make totally sense.
I
I would
Okay.
say
understand.
the same way, Roger. I would say the same way you said.
Ah, yes,
Yeah,
okay.
I think it's correctly. I don't know the exactly translation, but I was trying to understand because uh, I never listened that expression before. But please, sorry to interrupt you. Go
No,
ahead.
no problem, no problem. So my father was always working outside, so I think I always frequented my ex-father-in-law house. So I think they influenced me a lot. I think that's enough. That's my view.
All right. So your ex-father-in-law helped you to embrace and understand your faith, something like that. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
All right. Thank you. That's really awesome. And what about you, Anderson? Can you talk a little bit about you, where you were raised and maybe a little bit about your background, please?
Okay, but I am the youngest brother in a family of three children. My parents separated when I was 3 years old. I lived in Porto Alegre, the city where I was born, and at the age of 4, after the separation of my parents, I moved to my mother's hometown, Pelotas. I was raised only by my mother, and my brother and sister married very early, and only me and my mother live next period. At the age of 23, I received the invited, convidado, to be transferido to Ponta Grossa, the city here I live to this day, and I intend to raise my children here, but I raised just my mother. Understand?
Okay, understand.
Yes.
I know a little bit about your context, about your past, but how was to you be raised on the really south of Brazil? Como que foi para você ser criado no verdadeiro sul do Brasil? It was
It's very.
easier, it was good. Did you like it?
Uh,
Be a child on, I don't know, living on the
Me
Pampas
too.
Gaúchos?
Pampas Gaúchos, Me Too was very good, but lá, né, lá is very cold. Have a wind, vento in English, cold wind every day. In the winter is very, very cold. I'm not cold, but my family is living in a long time here city, and I like, but is there are sorry, lá is economic situation economic is very uh, lenta, and don't know, sabe, no, don't have factories, don't have jobs, in the possibility de assim desenvolver profissionalmente is a little possibilities, but I always know other cities em 1998, I lived, I travel São Paulo, I know São Paulo, I like São Paulo, big city, and a lot of people uh, work a lot of jobs. and I always leave it in other city because sul do Brasil is very é uma cidade boa for aposentados, understand?
Yeah.
I don't know aposentados in English, but
Retirement. We can say the retirement. Someone
retirement.
is
Okay.
retired.
Because in this south of Brazil, até Porto Alegre is very good. Understand? The Santa Catarina of Porto Alegre is very good. A lot of jobs in the movimento economics, but depois, né, after the Porto Alegre, the extreme south is very poor. Understand? Poor, pobre. This is
Yeah.
the baixa infrastructures, don't have asphalt vias, asphalt ways, understand? But is actually I visited my mother. My mother, he live in lá since today, até hoje, understand? But actually, I prefer live in Paraná. But for 5 years, I lived in Rio de Janeiro. Understand? Rio de Janeiro, 5 years with my wife and just one son. But foi very good for me. You know, a beautiful place. Rio de Janeiro is beautiful city. It's just south in Brazil. It's very good para visitar, but para para
You don't
desenvolver
like to. You don't want to go live in there anymore. Você não quer voltar a morar lá. I
No,
could
no,
understand
no,
that.
no. Just
All right.
visit,
Okay.
but living nunca mais.
Okay. I could understand. And what about you, Osvaldo? Can you share a little bit about your background, please? Where you are raised, with your parents? I don't know. Your background, please.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's a deep question and an interesting question. We could know a little bit more about ourselves. Well, in my case, I've raised it by my parents, but actually they are divorced. You know, they had a marriage for let me say, I think almost 25 years. But uh, when I was going to live with my ex-wife, uh, my my parents have decided to cut ties their relationship. Let me say, well, I'm only I don't have sibling, you know, it's only me. Uh, but I consider that I'm not mimado. I don't know how can I say
And
mimado.
then
Yeah, because my father had tried to raise me with the strong way, you know. For example, uh, he doesn't allow me. He didn't allow me to eat everything in the house or something like that, or doing like I would like to do, you know. My parents tried to raise me with the strong way, you know. uh, Let me see. I I grew up. I've grown up on the same city here in Americana, but Americana. I live in Americana City. And as for after my first marriage was cut ties, um, I I well, I had some girlfriends, and when I found my current fiance, I've decided to live in another region, on the São Paulo state as well, but it was Sorocaba region. I don't know if you have heard about Sorocaba.
I know.
Yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
yeah, I've lived there. I've lived in Boituva. It's a little bit close to Sorocaba, you know. I think almost an hour of distance of Sorocaba place, you know. How, let me see. Well, yeah, about my the way that I live. I think I'm close to my father, a little bit, you know. To be honest, I don't have a good relationship with both of them. I like of both of them, but I don't have a close relationship with them. But I consider myself more. I consider myself closer to my father because the way that I talk, the way that I walk, it's it is a kind of my father's way, you know. Yeah, I think it's similar that, but sometimes I usually talk with my friends about that, and I think, oh, sometimes I can't believe that I'm a son of both of them, you know. I'm so different of them in many aspects, but it's I have to say that I have a closer uh, way to do some things like my father, you know. Yeah, I
All
think
right.
in summary that's it.
Yeah. You say you are, it's only you don't have brothers, you don't have siblings, you know. But if you had brothers, always say, our father, our parents find you on the garbage, you know, you are so different
Yeah,
from us. They found you on the garbage. So you
yeah,
don't have you don't have that experience, so congratulations. Então, tipo, os irmãos geralmente falam isso. Ah, a mãe
yeah,
achou você no lixo.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Você é muito diferente. A mãe achou você no lixo.
Yeah, I've tried to learn with my father to how uh, don't uh, don't uh, don't make something in my life. You know, I've seen how the way that my parents lived, and I've decided to do almost everything different. You know.
All right. That's really good.
Yeah.
Well, guys, talking about me, I was born and raised here in Ponta Grossa. I really don't like to live here, you know. Uh, Nowadays, only because I don't like cold, you know. I always, every winter, I say to my wife, let's move to the Northwest, to a warm place. But when I was younger, I didn't like to live here at all. Not just because the weather, it's because it was a medium to medium to small city. Nowadays, it's a bigger city, but I always have that desire to move to a bigger city like Curitiba. It's the capital of Paraná. And when I got, I don't know, 21, 22 years old, I tried to move to Curitiba. And after only 2 months, I came back to Ponta Grossa because I realized I really like to live in here. So I used to say I didn't like to live here, but actually I don't know if I could live in another place because here I know everything. I know all the places. Actually, there is sometimes it's hard to get lost here in this city, at least to me. And nowadays, I enjoy my life here in Ponta Grossa, you know. I live in a good neighborhood. I don't have problems with my neighbors. Não tenho problema com os meus vizinhos. I think it's a good place to grow our kids. It's a safety place, and I really like to live in here. I only could change the weather. I don't like cold at all. And but as Anderson say, I had a poor background. You know, for me, it's a victory be here, study English, and nowadays I consider myself more close to the fluence than I was in the past. But uh, when I was a kid, I play with dirt, you know, on the rain. I eat meleca do nariz, eu brincava na terra. Tipo, quando chovia, fazia aquelas valetas na rua, eu brincava na valeta. And nowadays, I can speak in English, you know. When I was a child, someone who speak English, it was someone amazing. It's like a superhero to me. And nowadays, I'm really grateful to God because I could achieve that, you know. So, yeah, that's my background. And I think we talk a lot in only one question. So let's go to the question number 3. I will send the questions again on chat because we discuss a lot of things in there. So let's go to the question number 3. Okay, let's start with you, Anderson. Can you read the question number 3, please?
And question number 2, Rogério speak? I don't
Yeah,
remember.
he started. O
Okay.
Rogério começou a pergunta número
No,
2.
I don't remember. But 3 question, number 3. What does family influence mean to you? My family, my roots. I understand. My mother raised me, and I never looked at a father, despite knowing how important the presence of the father is for a child. And my mother taught me values for life, how I study to prosper, honesty always. My mother is very important for my life, but I raised it without father. And just mother. I have old brothers. I don't know, meu irmão mais velho, but my he married very early, and saiu de casa, né? Old house, and just I raised some with my mother, in learning very values for my life. Just my mother, but influenciou a lot in my life. Now I do with what say my mother. Now, até hoje eu faço as coisas que a minha mãe me falou e me ensinou. Understand?
Yeah, that's really good. That's really good. Yeah, sorry, I didn't.
Just it.
Okay, I didn't want to be put you in a uncomfortable situation related to your dad, you know. But thank you for sharing. What about you, Osvaldo? What means to you your family influence in your life?
Before that, I need to say that I grew up in a poor poor environment, like you and Anderson said. Uh, I didn't have basic sanitation, for example, for many years of my life. I
Yeah.
played in the earth and the rain, like you said, and both of you, I'm a grateful person to be here. Yeah, let's do it. I need to say that we are closer, our close people. It doesn't matter if we are living with our parents or a kind of responsible person for us. But I know that if we have good persons close to us or bad persons, it could help. It could make us and give us the thoughts. It doesn't matter if we want to follow these steps or doesn't follow this one. I think it's important. We have to consider our near people. Yeah. In my case, I've thought some minutes ago, I raised by my parents, and for sure, both of them influenced me a lot. The way that I live, actually, the way I am, the way that I'm doing everything. Um, like I said, I try to think something that I disagree about them, and try to do the same things with the another way, yeah, I think in summary, that's it. And I try to don't get the same mistakes that my parents did with my son. It's important for me. And yeah, I think in summary, that's it. Family is so important. It was so important for my current formation, my mind, my thoughts. Yeah, that's it.
All right, thank you, Oswaldo. And what about you, Rogério? What means to you your family? What does family influence mean to you? O que significa a influência familiar para você, Rogério?
I think this influence is very important to have a good background, you know.
Yeah,
Uh, the first, I didn't understand the first question, this word background, but now after you talk, I understand very well.
yeah.
Um,
It's an
or,
expression to relate to our past, my background,
yes,
my
yes,
experience.
yes. Uh, my father and my parents have two sons and two girls. We lived in Carapicuíba, São Paulo, and which they taught me, teach me, to be honest, to work a lot. uh, this influence is very important. I can see how it's very important our days. um, but they were shy. I think they are shy until now. So I think they don't have opportunity to teach teach me more about this situation. I mean, uh, I think the old people uh, were a little shy, you know. Uh, their grandfather, parents, I think it's so shy as well. I think it could be more worked about this behavior. It's my view, but
All right.
I think that's it.
Oh, sorry, I don't want to interrupt you, but I want to ask, do you have kids, Rogério? Você tem
Y-
filhos?
Yes, the first in my first marriage, I have two, a boy and a girl. And in the second marriage, my wife has two as well, so I have four. Now I have four.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
And which kind are the main value you try to teach to your kids? Qual que foi o principal valor, ou o principal ensinamento, já que estamos todos em homens aqui, que você tentou passar para os seus filhos, ou que você ainda tenta passar para os seus filhos? Do you remember some value or something it's
Yes.
important to you,
Yeah.
you try to teach to your kids?
Yes, the most important value that I teach to them is study. Study and tell the truth all the time, you know. Last year, my first girl concluded her degree, and I have my first boy and a second girl studying to be graduated and course superior. I don't know how can I say,
Yeah,
you
the
know,
the college, you can
the
say.
college. Yes, nice, nice. So I think it's the value is study and tell the truth all the time.
That's really good, because as parents, como pais, we expect our kids be good persons, So to then be good, we need to teach them. Para eles serem bons, a gente precisa ensinar eles. But sometimes it's hard
Yes,
because we don't know, we look to ourselves and we realize I'm not so good, I'm not good enough, but we try to do our best. A gente tenta fazer o nosso melhor. Às vezes a gente vê e fala assim, meu Deus do céu, como é que é aquela expressão? É o sujo falando do mal lavado, né?
Yeah.
Mas a gente tenta ensinar eles. That's awesome. And I want to ask to you, Oswaldo, and to you, Anderson, the same question I did to Rogério. It's not on the questions on the list, não tá na lista de perguntas, but
Okay.
which is the most important value you try to teach to your kids? Qual que é o valor mais importante que você tenta ensinar para os seus filhos? Let's start with you, Anderson, then with you, Oswaldo.
The most important the value teach my children is the true understand is very true and happy, assim, ser verdadeiro, ser feliz, né? Understand? Because it's very hard, né? I have a boy in the 13 years. He started teenager. Is very don't listen me and very uh, brabo, and but I the most important reach my children. I speak the college. My dream, the dream in my life is my children's have a college for mature. Understand? I but I'm the principal value because I teach my children is very que eles têm que ser felizes, understand? E other value I teach my children is the fé, understand? Good, have a God, que que eles são the son of God, understand? Son of God, and
Yeah, I understand you.
I speak every day for us. Eles são feitura, assim que eles são filhos de Deus, em que eles são loved, understand? I, but it's no é fácil. Every day, a killer of lion.
All right, all
Understood.
right. There
Just
are
cheese.
a lot of difficulties. Thank you. And you say about fé, you can say faith, you know. I try to teach
Faith.
them faith. Faith in
Faith.
God. Yeah,
Faith in
that's
God.
it.
Okay, thank you.
Thank Deus. And what
Uh,
about you, Osvaldo? What is the value you try to teach to your kids?
Like all of you said,
hey,
I try to teach both of them to be honest and to persist in their dreams. Find their calling. It's important because I believe that if we find our calling, we will be as happy as possible in our lives. So yeah, for me, the both of them. I know sometimes every time, to be honest, it's hard in our world. We know that. But if we doing everything we really like to do, the everything will be easier to do. In
All right.
my view. Yeah, that's it.
All right. That's a really good question. You know, I did that question an improvise. Eu improvisei essa pergunta, but I think as parents, I'm saying that because last Sunday it was Father's Day. Último domingo foi Dia dos Pais, you know, and since all of us are daddies, it's good to think about that, you know, because nowadays. Uh, we try to do our best to our kids, you know, but if you pay all the bills, if you try to teach them, at the end, the values will be most important to them than which gift we gave to them on the birthday or on the Christmas, you know. And that's really interesting because I try to do my best with my daughters, you know, but I remember a lot of expressions my dad used to me, and I use them with my kids, you know. One example is trabalho de preguiçoso em dobros. Meu pai falava isso um monte, e tipo, faça bem feito da primeira vez para você não ter que fazer de novo. Tipo, e ele usava essa expressão, trabalho de preguiçoso em dobro. Tipo, vai tirar o lixo, daí você tá com preguiça, se tira a sacola de qualquer jeito, cai o lixo no chão, daí você tem que te juntar o lixo. Daí ele falava isso: faça o trabalho bem feito da primeira vez pra você não precisar fazer de novo. And always I use this expression to my daughter. She turned her eyes, tipo, ela vira os olhos assim pra cima, você vai falar isso de novo, que saco. And I see myself in her. E eu consigo ver o mesmo nela, porque I did the same with my father, you know, but now I'm older and I use the same with her and always have that in mind, you know. Trabalho preguiçoso, tipo, isso ficou na minha memória. And of course, I try to teach not only that to her. I think the main value I try to teach to my daughters is how they are loved by God. I'm a Christian guy, you know, and every single night when I put them on the bed, I say, Dads love you, but Jesus loves you even more. Então, esse é o principal valor que eu tento ensinar para minhas filhas, que Deus ama elas, que o papai ama elas, mas Jesus ama elas mais ainda. Então, this is the most important value I try to teach them, but we had those funny situations, you know. I take the garbage out. É tarefa minha tirar o lixo para fora, but I ask to my oldest daughter put a sacolinha do lixo, you know, on the garbage. I ask to
garbage.
her and she say, "Oh, I have to do this all the time. It's only me to doing that task." And I can see in her
Nossa, não,
face
cara.
the laziness. Eu consigo ver a preguiça na cara dela fazendo aquilo, and that's really interesting because I did the same with my father. All right, guys, we are getting close to the end of our conversation, but I think we had time to a final question, you know, before we finish. Let's go mix or merge two questions in one. Question number 6 and question number 7. Do you have any behaviors you copied from your parents? Você tem algum comportamento que você copiou dos seus pais? A pergunta número 7. What do you think of saying like father, like son? Você acha da expressão tal pai, tal filho? So let's start. Let's answer both questions in only one answer. Então vamos responder as duas perguntas em uma única resposta. Let's start with you, Osvaldo. Do you have any behaviors you copy from your parents? What do you think, like father, like son?
Yeah, for sure. Like I was talking about, the way that I walk, the way that I look for. Some close people tell me, "Oh, you are so parecido with your father," you know?
Father.
Yeah. At the same way, my sons, like I said, both of them doesn't. Oh, I lost focus. Okay,
No
return.
problem.
Yeah. Both of them are parecido. Oh, I need to know parecido. I'm
They're
sorry.
close to you.
Close. Yeah, yeah. Both of them are close to me. And I know that both of them don't live with me, but we 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 stay together almost every week, two weekends per month, you know. Um, and yeah, and my older son is so close to me. I can, the way that he walks, the way that we talk about everything, sometimes the way that he thinks about the life, about the things, it's close to me. Yeah, I really believe in this expression, like father, like son, because if we will be close with our close people,
Right.
like I said, independent if we are living with our parents or another kind of a responsible person, people.
All right.
Yeah, I think in summer that's it.
Thank you, Oswald. We are short of time. What about you, Rogério? Do you like that expression, like father, like son? Do you cop some behaviors from your parents? How was that to you?
Yes, I like this expression. I think the one behavior, the most important behavior is my father teaching me to work. I saw they wake up very early to work and return and they on the end of the day. So and I'd like to add he worked in three companies, do you know?
Okay.
Yes,
Eh,
working three
Três
companies. So
empresas.
yes, yes. I think the I think I just to mention just behave. I think uh, like look like, but my mother. I think I don't know. Just my father. I think that's it.
All right.
Understand?
I totally understand you. And what about you, Anderson? Do you see that with your kids, like father, like son? There is some behavior they cop from you, or maybe you cop from your mother. Tem algum
Look,
comportamento que você vê que você copiou da sua mãe, ou que você vê seus filhos copiando de
no.
você?
My mother said that I look a lot like my father because I like to play sports or and physical activity. Então, my mother say that, but my father is very was very brabo and explosive, and sometimes I am explosive. My mother say, "Ah, your father is father," but sometimes, understand? He just my and he look and parecido with my father, is tall and slim, understand? But my old brother is very small and a little fat, but my look is my father.
Okay.
Just it.
All right. Thank you. Thank you,
Um,
guys. Yeah, I really like that expression, because I think our kids cop everything from us, at least
every-
the
I-
important things. I didn't have so much time living with my father because, as Rogério say, my father worked a lot in his life, and he really teach me the value of the work. Meu pai realmente me ensinou o valor do trabalho. E tipo assim, eu não tenho. He used a expression I copy from them as well. Ele usa uma expressão que eu copiei dele também, e eu também uso. Eu gosto de trabalhar, eu não gosto de ficar sem trabalho. Tipo assim, eu não tenho preguiça de trabalhar, eu tenho preguiça de ficar sem trabalho. Então, tipo, se eu precisar trabalhar até 3 horas da manhã, eu trabalho, entendeu? Eu já trabalhei de padeiro, tudo que você imaginar nessa vida, empresa de adesivo eu já fiz, porque, tipo assim, meu pai me ensinou isso, o valor do trabalho, né? E enfim, colocar comida sobre a mesa. Mas he was a truck driver, so he passed a lot of days without appear in our house, 60, 90 days without getting home. Então ele ficava 60, 90 dias fora de casa. And I could, when I was younger, I always say that to him. Eu sempre dizia isso quando eu era criança. I can't count in one hand I can count in one hand the number of birthdays
I understand.
you spend with me. I talk that to him. And nowadays I'm a father. I know how I could hurt him, hurt his heart because he was doing his best to provide me a better life. And actually, on the last Sunday, he was working, he was traveling, being a truck driver. Ele é caminhoneiro, então no último domingo, Dia dos Pais, ele estava trabalhando. And I text to him, "Hi, Daddy, how are you? Good, have a nice day. I really love you." And he say, "I'm working, but I'm not happy." Ele falou, "Eu tô trabalhando, mas eu não tô feliz porque eu queria estar em casa." Daí ele falou isso. "Por isso é que eu sempre ensinei você e eu nunca coloquei você dentro de um caminhão, porque eu não queria ensinar você fizesse o que eu faço." Então, naquele momento eu vi assim o quanto ele deu a vida dele para que hoje eu pudesse. Hoje eu passo o Dia dos Pais, Natal, passo todas as datas com os meus filhos,
If
fruto do investimento
very
do meu pai na minha vida. Então eu
very important.
sou muito grato a ele por isso, porque ele realmente me ensinou o valor do trabalho e se eu posso ter uma vida com os meus filhos é muito parte do que ele ensinou. Então ele entregou a vida dele para que eu pudesse ser quem eu sou. Então, eu queria finalizar